Tonight we have joining us Glenda Dawson of Glenda's Magical Creations. Let's welcome her to the show. Glenda, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having me. I welcomed the invitation as soon as you sent it. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad. So you are an energy healer as well as other things. Please introduce yourself to the audience and, tell them what it is that you do.
Sure. My name is Glenda Dawson. I'm from Glenda's Magical Creations. Um, I am a Reiki Grandmaster, which means that I do a lot of energy healing. And energy healing, Reiki in particular, has been accepted now by the Science Association and the hospitals, and they have volunteers there, and they hire Reiki grandmasters or masters to come in and give healing uh, without touching the patients to help the body heal itself, to give it an extra boost at the healing um, when the patient needs it. They receive Reiki before they go into surgery and after they come out of surgery. And it is getting so popular and well known that hospitals now are starting to charge. So they actually are doing some hospitals, especially in Pennsylvania, are starting to do clinics. And so the science has proven the healing, the energy healing part. Reiki is something that has been done for a long, long time. They may not have called it Reiki at that point, but it was called energy healing from day one. For example, a child falls down, has a scrape, and the mother, who's the instinct, goes and says, "Do you want to kiss it?" You kiss it, and the child feels a lot better. That is the energy transfer. That is the energy from the mother trying to heal that child. Of course, Reiki takes it to a different level, and you'll be able to access it when you proper training and attunements to access, be able to access it to any point, whether it's cancer patients, whether it's patients or people who just need emotional healing or mental healing, or just someone who just all around needs a peaceful moment so their own cells start to rejuvenate and start their own healing. Now, I have been doing this since the 1980s, and but I have decided to go to a different level than most people. People usually go to the third level. I have now been attuned and trained to the 22nd level. So I'm definitely a grandmaster. Most people, like I said, go there, and then I have also been attuned and trained to different branches of Reiki. So it's kind of like the Sui is like your family physician, and then the other branches like Karuna Ki or Kundalini or whatever other ones that I have been trained in are the specialists. Um, so that is why I decided to go further. Uh, I am. I have always been called to do energy healing in general because I've always been called to do some service. I also do mediumship. I also do investigations. I also mentor people. I also help them with life coaching. So many, many different things and spiritual healing. Um, because sometimes we're feeling stuck and we don't know which way to go, and sometimes we just need direction. And I just help you find the right direction for yourself.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
so yes, that's basically it. A little bit about myself. So,
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all of that. So now let's talk about the mediumship readings that you do.
sure. The mediumship readings, I sit one on one or even on the net, whether it's by phone, some people prefer email, but I connect to the other person, the person's energy. And then I try to access any loved ones that have passed on to bring them messages. And I also access their guides and their higher self and ask the higher self or their guides or their angels or even the divine, what is it that they need to hear? What is it that they need guidance in? What is it that they need to look into further before just jumping into a decision?
Hmm.
Especially nowadays, there's many of us that are in crossroads and we need to make decisions, whether it's going, leaving the house or staying home or, going to work or taking this job or that other job. So that is what basically I do. It does last generally at least an hour,
Hmm.
but I also don't time it. I do not say, okay, it's an hour, okay, we're done. I like to wait until the spirit says, okay, they've heard enough, they're overwhelmed now. It's
Right.
enough. That's all they need to hear for today. So with me, it's a little different than a lot of other readers. I give it time. I let the person process, and if they have questions, I try to get answers for them.
Right. And you also are a medical intuitive, correct?
I do, yes, I do scan the person
Hmm.
and try to at least give them the area that needs extra help.
Hmm.
I am not a doctor by
Right.
any means. I will say, okay, maybe you should check your liver or have your doctor do something around that area.
Hmm.
I will not diagnose
Right.
because I'm not a doctor, and I will not tell you what else to do. That
Hmm.
is for you and your doctor to decide.
Right. Yes.
Uh,
I know in the past when I had flank pain and didn't know what that was, you told me that you sensed some kind of a blockage, and I went to the ER, and I did have a blockage. I had a kidney stone blocking my ureter. So
there you go.
you know,
Like I said, I may don't diagnose. I give you
right.
an
Hmm.
idea,
Hmm.
and I will tell you. I think you need to go to the doctor right
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
or
You said go to the ER, which was really all I needed to know. I was just like,
right,
I hate to pay a copay and
right,
go there if I really don't need to. Is this like horrible gas pain or, is it something that needs medical attention? And said, no, you need to go. And okay. And then they saw the stone on the CAT scan. So
right.
there it was.
Uh,
And I was very grateful to you for that because I didn't know what to do. And then I knew I needed to go.
yeah,
And you took
and
me.
and sometimes it's just a direction.
Hmm.
That even I need that every once in a while.
Right. Yeah, we all
So
do.
yes,
Sometimes we're just, I don't know. It's either this or that. I have a 50% chance of guessing correctly, but I'd like it to be an educated guess.
right.
So now, talk about a little bit, if you would like, about your readings. I did
Well,
put the link out so
right.
people
My,
people
my
can.
readings, like I said, basically act as a conduit to provide whatever messages there are, any healing that you may need. Sometimes healing is just in the form of direction. Sometimes healing is just in the form of having your father come down and saying that they loved you. And I give you the evidence that it's it. I'll tell you how he looks,
Mm-hmm.
something that nobody else would know about, something that they did with you when they were alive, and
Mm-hmm.
even sometimes something that you did recently to show you that it is from the other side. You know,
Right.
something that I would have not absolutely no access to.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. It's spirit who's offering the validation, right?
exactly, exactly. And all I do is basically be the translator
Mm-hmm.
and give them the safe space to come down and talk to me. Where a lot of people think is um, scary and all that, but it's just with proper training and proper protection, everything is done right with the highest good involved, and everyone benefits because I get to see the beautiful family that they had,
Mm-hmm.
and they get to get validation, or whether sometimes spirit comes with full apologies,
Mm-hmm.
knowing when they go into the other side that they didn't act so good while they were here.
Right.
So, and that in itself is healing to the person.
Yes, yes. We always assume, well, this person passed away, I'll never have closure,
Right.
but
And
it is possible.
it is possible. And the thing is, I always tell them I cannot guarantee who I'm going to bring because it's up to
Right.
them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big believer of free will, whether it's in this realm or any other realm.
Mm-hmm.
And I just ask for somebody for them. And whoever comes, sometimes I've gotten clients that have had like 13, 14 people come down. And I was like, okay, one at a time, not everybody talk at the same time. And, they get validation on everything that they have been
Did
with
you
us.
ever have a client say, "Oh no, not her"?
Yes, actually.
Oh boy.
Well, I did have a client who, um, her grandmother was very mean to her.
Mm,
And she just didn't want to have anything to do with her. She passed away. She was like, okay, done. I don't have to deal with her, the whole thing. But the grandmother came to apologize. And the grandmother also came to give her a hint where she had put something that she had left for her.
oh wow.
And it was something well hidden on the floorboards of a living room that was all hardwood floors. And she gave me specifically where it was. And since her mother was still living in the house, she went, she looked under those boards and found a note, a letter, and a gift. And that gift is what she used to buy her house. So you never
Oh
know.
wow.
Never
Oh,
know.
that was quite the gift.
Oh, yes, that was quite a gift. So she is now very happy. She now understands that how we act when we're alive isn't always our true sense, our true being.
Mm,
And sometimes we're here for certain experiences, and
hmm.
that's why we are the way we are. So,
Right. So it's karmic.
exactly.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes.
So now, in keeping with your theme
Mhm.
tonight of spirituality and energy, ladies and gentlemen, I decided today that I would create some beautiful mandala designs and put them on shirts. So I actually started creating these, I would say, over the past week, but today I put them on designs. And so they are now available right now in toddler sizes um, on the website. Because to me, I mean, look how cute that is. picture a little boy or girl wearing that with jeans. Adorable, right?
Adorable, adorable. Oh my goodness.
So
And all the energy they're going to receive with that. It's adorable.
yes, and it's mesmerizing to look at. And
Mhm.
as I was creating them, um, I felt very peaceful. I was just trying to move my Apple Pen intuitively, Apple Pencil intuitively, and see what would come from that. I was
That's beautiful.
using an app, that's created for that. Because trust me, I'm no artist. Um, but I really enjoyed myself. It felt very therapeutic, and I just enjoy even looking at other people's mandala work. It's
It is.
very it's artistic, and so some people don't know this, but the word mandala in Sanskrit means circle, and it's a sort of a representation of the universe and our journey through life, because the journey starts on the outside and keeps traveling in circles until you wind up in the center. And so
Mhm.
that's it's a pictorial representation of the cosmos and life's journey. And everyone's journey is different. And mandala is one is unique from another.
Mhm.
I had so much fun.
It's beautiful. I feel
Thank
the
you.
energy for it. I
Oh,
really
thank
do.
you.
And I feel the energy swirling into the center, which
Thank
is what
you.
you want the effect today. So,
Hmm. I had a really good time. And again, not just using my intuition to create the mandala, but also I had many of them, and I used my intuition to choose which ones I would put on the shirts today.
that's beautiful. It's so cute. I can't wait to
Thank
see
you.
your kid.
Thank you. And so you also now work with people to do past life regression. So
Yes.
explain that, please.
Well, past life regression, I basically put you in a meditative state. Where I ask you ahead of time what kind of uh, questions or answers you're looking for. And then we put you in a meditative state, and I have you seeing and hearing and feeling your past life. Now, past life, that doesn't mean that it's your life right before this. It could be 10 lives ago that you've been carrying stuff from till now. Um, and so it's great not to just to find to uncover why the dramas are there or why the phobias are there that you may have in this lifetime or why you keep running the same circle.
Mhm.
But it also helps you get past that and remind you that your power and your worth. Because once you discover why you're doing something, you realize that you can stop it. And you
Mhm.
realize that you can stop the vicious circle. And you realize that you can release it. And you realize that you can heal from it. Um, I also do this also for example, women who cannot get pregnant. And not because there's anything medically wrong with them or their partner. It's because they had children, say, 5 lifetimes ago, and their children were all taken away and killed. So that trauma, that those feelings and that experience are carried over lifetime through lifetime through lifetime, where they are so scared to have children that they will, in a sense, stop themselves from getting pregnant.
Mhm.
And if they do, you know, insemination and all that other stuff, they will still just release the fetus because they are still too fearful. I've had people who were afraid of taking showers, that were afraid of sleeping in the dark. that were afraid of sleeping with their door closed. Well, that is problematic when you're married and you have kids. Because you really can't have a married life with the door open and just letting any child come at any point.
Right.
We discovered that in one of their previous lifetimes, they were a 9-year-old boy that had to, and that was Jewish and died in the Jewish camps. And the showers represented the chemicals that they showered them with. The darkness, of course, were those dark train cabins that they transferred them in. And then the doors closing were, once the doors got closed, the showers came on and they were killed.
Hmm.
So once she realized this and we started working through this, she realized she was able to let go of those phobias and those fears. And it wasn't a present trauma. She re- realized she could let it go. And now she's able to take showers. She's able to sleep with the door closed. She's able to sleep with the lights off, which her husband thanked me up and down because, it's kind of rough to
Hmm.
have a married life with all those have kids. So, we bring stuff sometimes lifetime to lifetime,
Hmm.
and we don't realize it. We're afraid of swimming since day one. Why are we afraid of swimming? We've never been into the ocean. We've never been into a pool. So why are you afraid of it? You're afraid of going, to a store by yourself. Why? Why are you afraid? And so we get to the bottom of those things so you can then heal, release, and empower yourself
Hmm.
in this present life. Now, this is not a one shot deal. I take you through this, I talk you through it at first. We find out what exactly is you're looking for to release and figure out where, if you've been afraid of swimming since day one, but you want to go into that ocean and you really determined to go into the ocean, but every single time you go near, a wave comes and you run away and you sweat and your heart palpitates and all that. Well, we'll take you. Now, I don't direct what lifetime you go to. I should say, go to your previous lifetime to find your answers.
Hmm.
And I let the person empower themselves to go there. Where many people do the past life regression, they will tell you, go to the previous lifetime, go here, go there. No, I'm not going to tell you who you were, what you are, or anything like that. And I let you experience it. I let you see yourself in the mirror, how you looked. I let you see what you were wearing. I direct you to see who was around, what kind of housing, um, where, what country. Maybe you have a name. So go to figure out what are they calling you, you know,
Hmm.
and take you up to the point of, how you died and all that other stuff because how sometimes we pass away also affects the next lifetimes.
Hmm.
Because we're not ready to let go. It was just so sudden or it was such traumatic death that we have to let that go also. So, um, and intuitively, I can figure out if you're having too much nervousness or it's affecting you, the journey is affecting you too much, that we can stop it slowly and then go and take it up again later on once you um, decide that you're ready for it again. So it isn't just like, okay, you come, let's take you through this, okay, goodbye. You still come back another time, we discuss it, and I help you heal yourself
Hmm.
and take your power back.
Nice. Awesome. I love that you do that because we think that, something is, buried deep in a memory, we always assume it's this lifetime,
Right.
and it may not be.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'll show another mandala,
Oh, okay.
and this one is the red one.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you.
Empowerment color.
Yes,
Very good.
and it's very bold. I mean, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's very strong to me. I see strength when I look at it.
Mm-hmm. Passion, strength,
Hmm.
empowerment. Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
I love it.
Okay,
I'm going to
and
have to get some of these for my daughter's stepson.
oh, nice. Yeah, that would be amazing coming from you. What else would you buy, right?
What else would I buy? I already been telling him, remember, you're special. You got a
Mhm.
lot of stuff to do. You got to teach these adults how to be. And he looks at me, okay. He's just 3 years old.
Oh, how cute.
Yes,
I love that age, 3. You
it
know,
is beautiful, beautiful
yeah,
age.
they're still, babyish and innocent, and yet so much more articulate.
And they know so much.
Mm.
He comes up with phrases that I'm like, I know he could come up with it, and they're, like his father and my daughter are like, where did he get that? He didn't forget. That's why he still has, he still has the knowledge and the openness and the connection from the other side. Don't be kidding yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, there are children who say, and some like when we reincarnate in this life, our conscious minds are not supposed to have past life memories, but sometimes that doesn't happen that way.
Right.
And there are kids who say, when I was in another lifetime and I was a man named Jack, and I worked in this place, and like they tell
Uh-huh.
me, and
And the parents,
if you Google, you
mhm,
find this person actually existed.
and died and where they are.
Yep,
Very fantastic. Really is fantastic.
it is. So now, you let's tell the folks watching about distance Reiki healing.
Well, distance Reiki healing, since it is energy healing, we set up a time and we could be on Zoom or we could be on the phone or whatever. And I have you take um, a special place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I send you the energy. I will put you in a meditative state so you will be open on your side. That's basically what I do. Now, on my side, I do it like if it was a person here. I do the candles, I do the crystals, I still do my preparation beforehand. I still do everything the same way, except you could be 800 miles away. Um, you don't have to be right here. You don't have to be on the table. You could be on your couch. You could be on your bed. And, I have great success with that. I have clients all over the world, in Canada, in Germany, the United States, in California. I have it in upstate New York, wherever they need it, wherever they are. So there's no need for you to be afraid, oh, I'm going to get there. Or if you live across the country, you know, oh, I'll get there when I fly out. You don't even have to worry about leaving your house
Mm-hmm.
or what you're wearing. You could be in your pajamas for all I care.
Right.
As long as you're okay, I'm okay. Naked? No, no, no. But you got to wear something. You got to cover. Even if it's under your bed, under your covers, Yeah, you can be naked under there as long as I don't see anything. Because then, that's okay.
It might be very distracting.
Very distracting. Yes, yes, yes. I actually had a man one time who decided to do it naked, and I stopped it as soon as I saw that. I was like, no. This is not a triple X movie. This is energy healing. I need you to concentrate on what's happening, not and be mindful, not on your nakedness and are you affecting me? Because
Hmm.
seen more and seen them all. It's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any difference to me. So, but and we start doing it and relax you, take you through 45 minutes to an hour. Usually it's an hour. But some people get the full benefit faster, and some people don't have a full hour. And I could shorten it accordingly,
Hmm.
and you will still get the benefit of it. So it's um, it's all up to you, and it could be done around the world, no matter where you are.
Yes, and I know that it works. In fact, not only have I had you do Reiki on me, but
Mhm.
you've trained me to be a Reiki practitioner. So I'm
Yes.
level 2 now, and Glenda can teach you if you're interested in becoming a Reiki practitioner, because Glenda is also an instructor, which
Mhm.
we're not even touching on tonight, but I felt it was worth mentioning.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so my next mandala is, did I just lose that? Yes, I did. Okay, let
Oops.
me go back. Here we are. So that one I did in black.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. That
I
one.
like the sacred geometry in this one.
Yeah. And again, I just do it intuitively. I don't even know what it will look like in the end, but I just kind of tap into where I need to move the pen
That
instead of
is,
trying to intellectualize it.
yeah. 99% of that doesn't work.
Yes, those were the designs. Delete. Delete. You'd be amazed at how ugly some of them came out to be.
And you're like, I can't even feel the energy. Whoa, what the heck? Yes.
Yeah, some of it was just ooh, like, oh no, no, no. But the ones where I just did it, from the gut is so
Yeah,
much better.
like I said, I love the sacred geometry in the middle of it. They're
Thank you.
just perfect. And the tears that look like crystals at the very edge, that
Hmm.
is very good because it's bringing
Thank
the
you.
energy in again. See how
Yes.
it's pointing in, so it's
Hmm.
wonderful.
I didn't even know why I liked it. I just knew that I did. As I said, it's intuitive for me. I don't
Mhm.
know a whole lot about mandalas. I just am artistic. As I said, I'm not. Um,
You're doing a lot better than I am. I usually
thank
do
you.
stick figures.
Well, again, I'm using different apps, and so I'm it like mirrors what I do automatically, so that everything comes out um, with in symmetry.
Perfect.
But the way I get it to look, I go with my gut as to how I should move the Apple Pencil.
And that's the way to do it. Obviously,
Yeah,
these creations are great.
thank you. Okay, so now we will go to, and I want to just check back and make sure that I have not skipped anything of yours. Okay, we can do your Bliss Healing sessions now.
Bliss healing sessions are sessions that I create whatever the person needs. I use many different modalities in every single session. Intuitively, whatever the other side tells me or their higher self tells me, to use to get rid of those trapped emotions, to get rid of blockages anywhere in the body, whether it's in their chakras or it could be even in, like, in an organ or whatever that's just there. And this way, once you start releasing it, you will feel a lot lighter.
Mhm.
So you could come at first with aches all over the place, and you tell me, oh, my leg is hurting me, and then it could be nothing with the leg. It could be something that you're carrying too much weight of the world on your shoulders,
Mhm.
and your leg is compensating for it. And when you are carrying negative energy, the more, the longer it takes for you to get rid of it, the more your body will be affected. And sometimes it comes out and manifests in a physical manner. So with this bliss healings, I do everything from emotions like anxiety, depression, or panic. A lot of people are getting panic attacks right now
Mhm.
because of all the energy that's around. And so I do whatever I need to do to release those emotions and release those holds on those emotions, because sometimes the body thinks, oh, I got to hold on to that. And we give permission to the body to release it. So, whether it's energies that are trapped, that are mental or emotional, even physical. Um, a lot of people start with a emotional baggage and they can't get rid of it. They don't even know they have it because they went to counseling, they worked through it, but there's always some residual. There's always some dusting that needs to sometimes be swept a little extra or vacuumed a little more
Mhm.
to be able to then really move on and completely release it and let go. So these healing sessions are not just emotional or mental; they also become physical.
Mhm.
So, and it's all intuitive. It's all how I read your body, how your higher self tells me that you know that I have to read your body, because
Mhm.
I go by what you, the person, tells me that they need, but not their verbal, because
Mhm.
that's their monkey mind. That's their
Mhm.
mind, their mind saying, "Oh, I need this and that." No, no, no. Be quiet. Don't even say a word. Let me just do it all energetically into it.
Mhm. Right.
And every single person that I know of that has come in and had these sessions, whether here or on the net, have always been able to give me feedback that they feel wonderful and they were able to get through things and in a different manner. And also, for example, I had this one client who her ex-husband kept pushing the buttons.
Mm.
And once we actually did two of these for her. She was able to continue, and he could say and do whatever he needed to do and say, and it did not bother her. It did not affect her at all. And because he saw that he was not empowered anymore,
Right.
he stopped. He couldn't he couldn't mess with her anymore. So that was the biggest thing that I
Yes.
I can remember.
Oh
So
yeah. I mean, that would be it's like stopping a bully. You take away the bully's power over you
exactly,
and
exactly.
no more bullying.
Right, because those buttons are there. They've been triggered, and once they're triggered, even if you get rid of the button, you still have that electrical cord
Mhm.
that may still get triggered.
Yes.
So this way, she removed all that. She was able to remove and release, and absolutely had a wonderful life after that, or at least so far she told me so.
Nice. Very cool. So my last mandala so far, it's a little different. Instead of being either color or multicolored or single color on a white background, this is white on a black background.
Oh, my favorite color. Oh, that is wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, that one is
That's
very intricate.
yes, yes, very a
Yeah.
lot of detail.
Yes. Yep. I
Nice.
sat there and I just went a little crazy with it. And then I looked at it and I said, ooh, that's amazing.
And I like how it has the out releasing and then bringing in energy.
Hmm.
So this is very, very intricate, very detailed oriented. Wonderful.
Thank
Huh.
you. Yeah, I had so much fun with these. I really did.
I can see that. You know, because when there's passion and there's fun, there's creativity. You did a
Yes,
wonderful job.
exactly. Exactly.
Wonderful.
Okay. And then please share with us what spiritual mentoring is about.
Well, spiritual mentoring is where one on one I share my knowledge with a person. There's a lot of different things besides Reiki training that I know. And in the spiritual, when you get into a spiritual path, there's a lot of stuff to learn and a lot of healing and a lot of things. It's a lot of tools. As I keep telling everyone, you have a toolbox and then you keep getting tools and you keep putting them in your toolbox because you never know which tool you need or which combination of tools you will need. It isn't only Reiki you know, healing or this or that. Sometimes you need, or even mediumship. Sometimes you need how to read crystals, what crystals to use, what colors to use, what candles to use, how to use them. You know when to use them, when to do um, crystal grids or candle grids. How, why, when. So that kind of stuff. Um, but it's on one, where the person tells me, I would like to learn specifically about this.
Hmm.
And, it isn't, I provide a class and then people sign up for it. This is one on one. They have my full attention. I have their full attention. They bring or the items that they're going to be using, and I say whether yes, that's good or bad, or so I guide them completely at step by step, and it's in more in depth, not just because I do a lot of different classes, and sometimes time does not allow you to really go in deep.
Hmm.
So you kind of do the surface, and I keep telling them if they want something deeper, then they schedule with me a private session. And it could be anything from metaphysical to holistic to it could be something that you just need a little extra help. And it could be something as simple as you need somebody to talk to. And I use my intuition to guide you through whatever you need. And I bring it out from you. Sometimes people want to say something that they don't know how to say. So sometimes I just give you the tools to help you bring it out and say what you need to say or do what you need to do.
Hmm.
So it's basically a program that's all around. I have had mentors. I actually still have one that's 94 years old. God bless her. I am not sure how much longer she's going to last, so I'm learning as much as I can from her. But she tells me, when we do one on one, I could really go in deep, and that's the same way I tell people. So I offer that service too. Um, which is more than just the classes that I do with a group.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's basically, an hour sessions. Whatever you need.
It's so cool. And this is just, scratching the surface of everything that you do. That's the kind of scary part, for lack of a better word. I'm so honored to be in your life and have you in mine. But I mean,
Same.
this is just whoa. When I hear the things that you talk about, and I know because I know you that there's so much more. I just, there's like Glenda, the regular person, and then Glenda has all these other layers to her. And so when
Well,
I think about those layers, it's like, oh boy.
right, like animal communicator and all that other little things that people don't think about. But
Yes, and you've communicated with my cat Shammy, who's a little Miss Sassy Pants.
yes, and when she says, no, I'm not talking to you, it's like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
And then she's blabbermouth.
Yeah. Well, here in the physical world, Shammy is 19 and a half years old today.
Mm,
And, ladies and gentlemen, a year ago, this past February, so we're actually close to 2 years ago now, Shami had a tooth root abscess and it ruptured, and she literally had a gaping wound in her face. And she was 17 at the time, close to 18. And I took her to the vet, and the vet prescribed antibiotics. But I mean, I really didn't know how a 17-year-old cat was going to come back from that infection she had. But Glenda sent her Reiki. I did Reiki. I gave her medication, and she's still here with us today.
exactly.
And
It's meant to be still.
yes, and it was a team effort, I think, to get her, to stay and recover the way she has. Um, my son Matthew still can't get over it. Every time he comes here, he looks at her face as if he's like he'll look through her fur as if he's still expecting there to really be a sore underneath. And I saw that wound closing up, and I just said antibiotics and Reiki, and her will to be here.
Yes, she's tough. She's a tough cookie. That's
She
for
is.
sure.
And when she was a kitten, I cradled her in my arms and I said, I need you to stay here. I need you to live a long time for mommy, okay? And I
Mhm.
believe that her soul, took that in and is doing whatever it can to
Yeah,
stick around.
yeah, yeah. She's definitely fighting to do
Yes.
whatever she needs to.
Yes. She is very, very strong. She's a little bit of a thing. She weighs 7 pounds. Um, but she's really, really strong.
She
Uh,
lets you know what you need to know.
yes.
I when I met her, I still remember.
Yeah. She's
Very verbal.
she's some she is. She screams. She's like trying to tell me, I have something to say. Very often, I might add. But yeah, she's quite something. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be on the show, please feel free to fill out the application. I just pushed it out to the comments on Facebook. If you go to the Facebook page, which is crawling across the screen, Lisa and Friends Live on Facebook, you can see every live that's done, and you'll be able to see the comments right below the video. On YouTube, if it works, The comments are in the top chat replay. I also have a page on my website, lisaandfriends.live, and you go to the link show guests, and you will see the guest's name, everyone who's been on so far, including Glenda. She's already there, and her website. So if you don't want to start looking through comments and trying to find them and all of that, everyone can be found on lisaandfriends.live show guests. And I will keep updating that page as I do more and more shows. Glenda, thank you so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate all of the sharing that you've offered all of us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, I created a special time slot for Glenda because I knew this would be so phenomenal for people to be able to watch and become acquainted with her and some of what she does. Normally, I do 7:30 shows, but that wasn't going to work for Glenda today. So I said, you know what? It's okay. It's a special weekend. We're going to do a special edition. I will be back this evening at the regular time, 7:30, with Joanne Joseph. I can't wait for you to meet her. And thank you. Thank you all for joining me. If you'd like to be on the show, fill out the application, and I will reach out to you if you're a good fit. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and be